Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm just going to be taking you along with me today as I go through a very calm and relaxed homemaking day. So follow along as I get my day started and bring you with me. First thing we always have to do is let Layla outside so that she can do her morning business, and then I go around and open up all the blinds in the house. I have to have my natural light in the morning. It just helps me wake up even more. Something new that I got recently are these reusable K-cups for my Keurig machine. It actually works out to be cheaper to buy coffee grounds in bulk instead of in the K-cups, and then I just bought these reusable K-cups that I wash every day, and I'm saving so much money by doing it that way, and I'm getting a fresh cup of coffee every morning. Now I always add collagen peptides to my coffee in the morning. It gives my coffee a little boost of protein, and collagen is super good for your skin. It keeps my skin nice and fresh and clear. Now this is my little mug that somebody got me as a wedding gift, and I just went and checked on Layla outside. She knows I'm standing in the window so she can see me. But then after checking on her, I went and I made myself some oatmeal with some boiling hot water and my favorite flavor of oatmeal, apple cinnamon. Lately, I had a goal of reading the entire life story of King David in the Bible. On this particular day, I finished that goal and finished up some of the last chapters regarding King David in the Bible. So now I have to think of a new Bible account project that I want to work on. So something that I've been doing that I really enjoy doing, that I've been doing for the past 3 weeks now, is to make a batch of bagels from scratch every week. This is something that I've decided I'm going to continue doing and make it part of my regular weekly routine. So I went ahead and bought yeast in bulk, and I quickly realized that the storage container that I picked, the jar, it wasn't big enough, so I got a bigger jar, because once you open a container of yeast, it has to go into a glass jar and then into the refrigerator, and it will be good for 6 months.
Baby, you'll make up your mind. Now I'm here by your side, so let it all out of me.
Now guys, I will post the recipe for these bagels in the description box down below. This is a very easy recipe. I have had great success with this recipe the past couple weeks. I was really surprised as to how easy it is to make bagels. It literally only takes about an hour, 2 hours of your time, and most of that time is because the dough is rising. So you literally whip it together, let it sit for a while, form the bagels, bake the bagels, and boom, you're done.
If that's what you want, then baby, try to believe me when I say that.
My husband has really enjoyed having these fresh bagels in the house. He has them every morning for breakfast, so it's kind of really sweet when I wake up in the morning and my husband says, "These bagels are the best bagels ever, you love me so much." So if you need a little bit of an incentive to bake a little more, just know that someone somewhere is really grateful for your home baking, and that person might just be your spouse. Like I said, I will put the recipe for these bagels in the description box down below. That way you can read through it and learn how to do it. This is not my recipe. I found it online, so I want to give credit to that person who came up with this recipe. But one thing I would like to note is my favorite spot to have my dough rise is the microwave, and when I opened up the microwave to put the dough in, I noticed that the microwave was a mess, and if you know me personally, you know that I can't stand dirty microwaves. I will judge you hard for a dirty microwave. Now, if you were following along during Bakeful November, I always highly suggest that you clean as you go, because who wants to finish out their day with a huge mess in the kitchen? So if you're doing things during the day, just clean up as you go. It makes your life a whole lot easier. Now, we were due to get a lot of rain and ice, and the temperature was going to drop, so I decided to go out and help my husband out and stack some wood in the house and even get a fire started so that the house would be nice and warm and that we could keep the cold at bay, because it did get really cold and things really froze. Now, back when I first started YouTube, one of the first videos I ever put up was how to start a fire in a wood stove, and surprisingly, that is one of my top performing videos on my channel. I have no idea why. I look back at that video and think, what a dumb idea, but apparently there's a couple thousand people who really appreciated that video. So if you want to know exactly how to start a fire in a wood burning stove or in a fireplace, you can check out that video. I will link it above. A girl's gotta eat, and my favorite thing to have as lunch is a protein shake. So I have a protein powder with almond milk and peanut butter and berries, and I just whip that together in my blender and I sit down, and that's a very satisfying lunch for me. I don't know about you, but I really like having a shake for lunch. Now we are back to working the bagels. The dough has risen. It rose a lot, more than I, anticipated, and more than usual, and it's a little sticky. I might have added a little too much water this time around, but the bagels still turned out great. I divided them as much as I could to make decent sized bagels, and then I am going to be rolling them and forming the bagel shape. Now you can see me struggling a little bit with how sticky it is, but just go ahead and add more flour and roll them into like a ball, and then stick your thumb right through the middle, and you should get a perfect bagel shape. The unique thing about bagels is that you boil them really fast before you bake them, so they get a minute on each side.
Don't be a stranger in the night. Take a chance for some romance. Don't cover your eyes. Willow trees know you better than.
Now once they're boiled, you cover them with an egg wash, and then for the first time ever, I decided to try my hand at a topping. I could not find everything bagel seasoning at the store, so I just decided to use big chunky flaky salt as my topping this time, and you know what, it turned out absolutely amazing. Look at me, I'm like struggling to cut open this bagel because I'm so impatient, and I grabbed it right out of the oven and the butter melted perfectly, and it was just so good. There's nothing like fresh homemade baked goods at home. After I got my bagel, I decided to sit down, have that as a snack, and start doing some studying. We do go to a weeknight Bible study, so I already know the topic that we're going to be discussing at that weeknight study, so I'm just going to review it so that I'm prepared and get some really good Layla cuddles in.
You cover them all. Say, what can I do to get you to fall?
Well, I accomplished everything I wanted to accomplish on this day. I hope you enjoyed this video of my little calm homemaking day. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, and I will see you guys next week.
Someone like me that knows what to do.